um, interference. But we are starting with the game. The game says, okay, we have a lot of gifts, and then we are not considering whether you've gotten it before or not now. Okay, they said a statistical language model trained on a massive amount of data that can be used to generate and translate text and other content is a or and no. Read it again. Statical. When we say artificial intelligence, it's that broad family. Oh my God, you are very close, but you are wrong. What did you say? Okay, how many of us supporting LLMs? Okay, it's the same thing as language model. Okay, let's see the answer. How you said LLM is the answer? Okay, so you are getting a gifts. Okay, we have another one. They said AI assistants like Gemini can completely replace humans, engineers, or whatever thing you are doing in the near future. Ah, who said no? Everybody. Okay, that's cool. Okay, so let's see how these things work. So this is mathematical, the simplest mathematical model you can see when we talk about artificial intelligence, machine learning. Okay, you wanted to say something? Sorry? I can't hear you. Okay. So talking about the whole mathematical model that happens when we are talking about machine learning AI is just this. So you come with an input. So your input will be assigned a weight. Okay, when you come with your prompt will be assigned a particular weight, and it will enter one black box that we don't actually know what's happening there. They call it model, and then it will produce an output by combining your weight and your input together, and then at the end of the day, you get that generated text, you get that generated images. So if you understand it to this level, you just take a you are a master's graduate of machine learning. Okay, so talking about the key concepts that are available for you when we talk about machine learning and AI, what am I pressing? So it's data driven. Everything that is happening here is based on data. We cannot act without data. So when we say data, is that thing that we use, we remember this, that input, that weight, those are our data that are combining together. So for us to be able to build any AI model or any artificial intelligence system, it is data driven and it's being automated because it's trying to do what we are meant to do by ourselves and do it for us. Okay, so and then it produces what we call prediction at the end of the day. So people that are doing businesses, so they can use AI for predictive analytics. I think some of these things have been talking about. I mean, Bilal has spoken about it. Personalization. There's a way you can make your ChatGPT to know that it's you, and whenever you are asking a particular question, to give you an answer based on what you're asking, as if you are the one replying or chatting with yourself. So there is a way you can configure your ChatGPT or whatever tools that you are using to be able to do that. We'll see some of that in this talk. We have fraud detection, we have optimization that you can integrate into your system. So the process of machine learning or AI system to be built is that you look into data, get the data, you process the data, you build the model, you evaluate it, and then you get it deployed. Okay, so I think people that are doing machine learning will be able to relate better, but then let's move on. Okay, so the speaker that just finished speaking said ethics is very important. When we talk about ethics, there's no system that doesn't have its own ethical issues. Okay, so now it's now on us, human being, to now say, okay, these are the way we want to be using these things so that it will not bring a bad effect on the society or on us at the end of the day. Okay, so let's see. Oh my God, I don't have that. So the advice I will give us here is that anything that you feel like I don't want anybody to do to me, don't do it to any other person. You don't want somebody to take your picture and say, okay, remove the clothes from this person and then let this person be standing without clothes. Then don't do it for any other person. Don't go to AI and ask AI that I don't want to see clothes on this person. I want to see the blank page and all of that. So be ethical while doing all those stuff. So somebody asked about Gen AI. So let's do a quick rundown of what Gen AI is all about and what we need to learn from that. So when we talk about generative AI is a subset of artificial intelligence that focuses on creating new content, be it text, images, music, and so on, from by providing a prompt to it and then processing it and then giving something as an output at the end of the day. So that's where the whole large language model comes out of. So you put in something, you get something out of it. So almost the popular model that we know, almost all of them are now multimodal. Multimodal in the sense that they can generate image, they can generate text, they can generate audio, and so on and so forth. Okay, so application of Gen AI it help us in generating text and we can generate arts and images. The speaker has spoken about this very well. You can generate code. We'll see that in a bit as well. The business impact, content automation, design and creativity, customer support. I have a friend that she's currently doing help desk or customer support where people call in that we're having this issue, how can we fix it? And last week she called me and she was like, they said they will have to release us. Why? They said they want to integrate AI into their platform that instead of them contacting the help desk or the support customer support team, they want to put AI in that place, and the AI will be the one to be responding to the customers. Okay, so you can integrate that into your system. If you want to ask me that, as AI taking that person's job, I have no answer. Product development, you can use it to build any kind of product. See, let's see how LLMs work in the great. Uh, so when you want to start learning about LLM, the mental model that you should build is that LLM is an advanced auto completion system. Advanced auto completion system. Okay, if you use a keyboard that auto completes what you are typing, you will understand what I mean by that. Okay, you type I am and it will suggest a boy, or you type hello and you put comma and say, or put emoji and do all those stuff. So that's just the basic in a basic way you can understand LLM. Looking at the screenshot on the screen, LLM is what I type into an LLM system, and then I get a response from that particular LLM system saying LLM is AI wizard trained on mountain of text or something like that. What I want us to get is that I started with LLM is and he helped me to complete it. So that's just the whole idea of how AI system or an LLMs, that's how they work. So we now break this thing down and see what they mean. Okay, so the first one that we have up there, LLM is that's our prompt. So that's what I come in with. Oh, this is what I'm looking for. So, and then we know that LLM that we have help us complete the prompt that we come with. And then we get a completion of the prompts that will come with. So that's basic mental model that you should see an LLMs to be, and that is what they do. Okay, take for instance now, somebody say LLM is, which is the screenshot I showed us, and then it was passed to a large language model, and then what will happen behind the scene is that the model will generate a series of texts and then we'll start to compare them side by side. That, okay, what is the best fit for this one? Okay, LLM is the compare the based on the model based on the data that it has been trained on. You say, oh, this one is more accurate. This more is more closer to what we need than this one. And then you can see this particular system generated 20,000 words, and then out of the 20,000, it picked one out of them. So on that case, we will know that if you don't provide an exact prompt, you cannot expect exact response because thousands of response will be generated, and then the comparison will be very. If I'm if I create a very good prompt, instead of 20,000, the LLM may end up generating 10. So in that case, the probability of getting an accurate response will be very high. So we'll talk about how you can create a better prompt. Let's move on. So we'll do that and keep doing that. That's why you at some point you will hear ChatGPT is done in the early days of ChatGPT, although we do not hear that now. People that are using DeepSeek will know that's what I'm talking about. So until we have a complete test generated on your screen. So the way LLM, ChatGPT and other system work is that they will stream the response. The moment it's checking and getting, it will be getting it to you. You'll be seeing it on a stream base, not that everything we generate and push. No, we generate them on a stream base. You'll be seeing them as they are generating, and then you keep using them. So an advanced auto completion system is what we call an LLM. So that's what I want us to take away from there. And then we have problem when we produce or when we give a prompt that is ambiguous to an LLM system, then we call that hallucination. So we have what is called an LLM hallucination. Check this. He said LLM is a secret society of highly trained iguanas. There's nothing like that. It's because of the fact that my prompt is not accurate. That's why I'm getting something that is far away from what I'm intending to get. So we call them hallucinations. So LLMs, almost LLMs hallucinate because we did not provide the right prompt to them. So let's talk about the best way to create a perfect prompt for our system to get that particular thing that we are looking for. Okay, so your prompt should be concise and clear. If you give it to somebody that have no idea of what you are talking about, they can infer and say, oh, this is what you are trying to ask. Although I don't have an answer, but I understand the question you are trying to ask. That's the first step. Your prompt should be concise and very clear. Okay, so you should not be like, it's a machine I want to ask whether it's like it or not. It should understand or it should not understand, something like that. Okay, so another thing is providing irrelevant content, like context. What we mean by that is that, oh, you're asking about medical feeds. Why can't you say that, oh, I want to know about, say, I don't know, maybe they use force that we use in physics. I don't know how they use it in medical field. Okay, you want to ask if an LLM system to answer you based on medical fit. It is very good for you to put it in your prompt that I want it to be related to tech, I want it to be related to this, I want it to be on this and that. So that's what we mean by context. You provide relevant context. We'll see an example as well. So let's calm down. So we should avoid any kind of ambiguity as the case may be. Uh, Assign a role in the sense that I am a medical doctor. That's a role. Or you say as a medical doctor rather, as a medical doctor, I'm facing these challenges. What can I do in these cases? Or I'm a tech person trying to learn JavaScript and then I run to this error. So assigning a role is a very critical thing to do while we talk of creating a perfect prompt. Break your prompts down, use your data and not any other person's data. So Google released prompt engineering course, which is free for everybody. I will find the link and share with every one of us that you can just go through. I think it's just like 45 minutes or 3 hours, sorry. Just a 3 hours course that you can run through to get to know how best way to create prompts. Okay, so everybody can check them out. Okay, I showed this already. Okay, so let's look at this prompt now. We know that prompt is that test that you come with, which is the one in the box. So you provide the instruction you want to get, you are looking to solve, and then you provide a context in the sense that I want it to be related to this, I want it to be in this field, I want it to be in that particular field. And then you can even give an insight of the kind of response you are looking for. Say, I want it to be in form of table, I want it to be anyhow you want it to be. You should be very clear and very concise before the LLM will get it, and then you get a completion out of that. Talking about fact checking. Okay, so this is very peculiar to people that are building AI model. Okay, so if you are building an AI model, you should be able to tell people that this AI model it's correct based on this percentage. Okay, this response that you get is 70% correct. Okay, that's what we call fact checking. We call it factuality score. They get to display it at the end of the day that, oh, 0.7, you know that, oh, this response is 70% correct. So you act based on that number that you get. That's for people that are building. Many of us are not builders. Okay, before we go to demo, is there any question? That's a lot of things, but is there any question? No question. Okay, we'll get a time to take the question. But before that, we want to release our photographer before we go. So let's come together to take a group picture, and then we can let him go, and then we can continue with our demo. He has another business now. Okay, but business venture. Okay, people online, I want to take a group picture. You can show us and join us. Let's arrange ourselves, please, and do it once and for all. Will it be? Ikato bright, ba? Okay, let me bring white color. Let's arrange ourselves. What about this? Ẹ bá wọn sọ̀rọ̀. Wípé èèyàn méjì fún ọtí àwọn group by group.
Pọ̀ náà. Mélòó wá ni wọ́n bíbá?
Àwọn ọ̀dọ́ máa sport.
Ok.
Ilé máa tó wá sí ọ̀yẹ́.
Ó ti bóyá ká mú gbà. The phone is blocking.
Wọ́n ti plug
Ok. They want the banner to show.
Wọ́n ti gbé internet down.
And if I did not show, I will drag the people down. See me over play on. That's true. Ambassador. I want to know. You want to see me say one? Not one that I know. Ambassador, another teaching. So you sister Della, I want to show. Not the Della. Don't give me that one.
You've gotten one.
I think I'm going to leave. You don't want to give someone out.
Who has not got it?
Where is our flute?
Woman, shut it down.
Ẹni tí wàá sí ní ìwọ̀n fún ìgbà lọ́wọ́ sí o.
Just that. I'm telling you, medium one. This one is medium. It's the same thing.
It's not the same.
Ó yẹ wo ẹ wo.
But yes, I did.
Ẹni mú dání ó ń tẹ̀ bá wọ̀.
Ṣebí medium is concise.
Size. Ó yà lẹ́sà àrẹ́jà àti
It's very one
Ṣe
already.
ṣe ń béèrè. Ó máa size.
ó máa mú dání. Ó yà lẹ́sà àrẹ́jà àti àpò.
Ó tóbi o.
You are not wearing it.
Àbí ṣé mo ní choice ni? That's what he gave me now. Licking the oversize.
Ẹ̀ka medium tó bá ti ṣe.
Is this small size one?
Like it's big.
Ilé ìtóbi. Large.
Ti dàgbà.
Then go.
Ẹ̀gbà medium lọ.
Yeah, I know.
Ó yẹ continue.
Wọ́n tó wà.
Adjust this. Má fọwọ́ gbà.
Chicken malasile.
Where are we staying?
Imagine.
Please, I'm not going to be only
Mama for you.
Imagine. People see themselves online.
Someone looking.
Yeah, let's take
So, over show, kicking in the show. Space one, space one.
Oh yeah.
Stop playing. I think it's ambassador. Ambassador.
You're your personal. What are you?
He say I generated.
One more.
What's that? Sign number. Are we good? Are we good? Yeah, my watch running. Uh, Thank you. So where are we? I'm here just waking up. I'm waking up. Muidin. Okay, so moving on. Okay, I think this is fair. What did you say?
It's working here.
Working. Okay. Don't move my screen. This thing is crazy. I'm trying to mirror entire screen. That's what will make our work easier. I will have to manage it. Okay, we can switch it off. Just window use as extended. Okay, well, we talked about to still mirror it, so I will just manage it like that. Whatever thing I wanted to do like that. Control. Okay. Can oh my God, I wanted to say, can we see my screen? But myself, I cannot see it. So we are starting with from developer side of thing. So there's a tool called Lovable. I don't know. Are we on online again? Oh my God. I'm not sure people online can hear us. So I need to go back, go back, go back. Oh no. Oh no. So there is a particular tool called Lovable. The reason why we are using Lovable is the fact that they've integrated Supabase into their system, and what you need to do is as simple as clicking. Wow, thank God I'm here. Stop sharing, share again. What you need to do is just to click a button, and then you get Supabase connected to whatever tool you are building. Cool. So we'll be doing the same thing here. I'll be going to Lovable. Should be showing that screen. I'll blow it up. So Lovable is that tool that can help you generate a complete application, a complete website. Say your business need a website and you need to build a system that works for your system or for your business rather. So you can come here, put in the right prompts. Providing the prompt will help you to generate what you want to generate. So we try that out. Oh my God. By checking out Lovable, I'll be searching it on Google so that we can just go through Google. So, okay, I already have it logged in. So if you type Lovable to Google, the first, uh-huh, yeah, Lovable. Okay, so I have an account. I will have to log out and then create another account. This is that sign out. Okay. Then I'll click on sign up. This particular button up here. Can I increase this more? Okay. This button. This is the sign up button. So if you go to their platform, you'll be able to access this button. I click on it. It's asking me to sign up with Gmail, GitHub. I'll be using sign up with Gmail. Okay, let it come up. Which of these are we using? Oh my god, am I clicking? Oh no no no, not this one. Sign up with Google. Sorry, it's your email. I think we can use this guy, and then I can continue. Don't mind the screen; it's not that clear. Let me see if I can switch to bright mode or something. Let me switch and try white color. Sorry. 1 second setting. I want something that will make every of our work very fast. So theme, where did they set theme? Yeah, change to white. Should be white, hopefully. Still black. So all the best to love people. And then I can skip. Oh my god, where's my mouse? I can skip. So just an onboarding process. So I've gotten to this stage where I can put in prompt of what I want to build. So what can we build together? What can we build? Okay, so huh? Yes. Okay, if you have a business, if you have a business and you want a website. Sorry? So I'm building. Okay, so okay, I get the idea now. Let's build something that you log into and then you can upload the picture you take here or you at the end of the day. Can we try that? Okay, so now let's bring in the all the knowledge that we have been learning together. Okay, so creating the right prompts. Okay, I think let me see. So let's create the prompts. Now, what we want to build is a system. We want to build an application. Let's build. Let's say we are a developer. Okay, let's say we are a dev. To understand it, or we are dev. We are not dev. We are a dev. Okay, I'm not a typist, so it's possible. Okay, so we're a dev. Forget the L. We're a dev, and we want to build what a system or app. Let's say we want to build an app that allow participant of an event. Let's say of participant of Oyo Supabase Meetup participants participants to upload pictures. Okay, upload and download pictures, right? Add authentication using. So authentication is to be able to verify who log in, who log out, who upload all those stuff. Add auth using Supabase because that's the people that brought us together. So what again should we add? Should we say to make it light background, make it light theme? Okay, this is enough for us to get started. This is enough. So I'll press enter and then wait for this system to do its things and get something up for us. So the prompt is being passed to that black box that I showed us the other time, and things are coming up. So what is happening basically is doing at this point is not generating only text for us to generate image, put image on our app, generate icons and all those stuff will happen at the background. Okay, why this is happening? Let me show us how to. If you look at this top corner, let me see if I can zoom. If you look at this place, this Supabase logo, and this is the simplest way for you to add Supabase onto your system that you are building with this particular LLM. So you come to connect Supabase. Oh, I'm lost. Where's my mouse? So you click on connect Supabase. Who's calling me? And then it will have to authenticate to my Supabase account. I have a Supabase account already, and this is it. So I'll authorize it that, oh, you can use my Supabase account. So remember, you will have to this account that we did in that slide, that 3 step that we followed the other time. That's what you will need to do. So and then I can choose any of these projects that I've created. Let me try if I can create one more project, but I think I can only create 2 projects. If I can create more projects, I will try to call it. What should we call it? Oyo Tech. Abi, Oyo Superbase. Okay. Okay. Oh, it's password I'm typing. Oyo Superbase. I don't know that password. Let's just copy it. Let me retype it and just make it Superbase secret. Okay, then you create a new project. Wait for it to create. Remember, our AI system is still working and nothing stopped this from working. So one thing that I may need to set up on my page here is that for you to be authenticated by Supabase, you will receive an email. You remember that email that you used to receive that, oh, you have to verify that you created an account. Okay, should we leave it or remove it? We should leave it. Okay. So let's refresh this particular page. Oh my god, everything has refreshed. Okay, we want to select this Oyers publish. Where's my mouse? Everything is just black. So I'll click on this connect, this particular one. Then I'll connect. So that has connected, and I'll go back to my project. And this is the blank app created by this particular guy. It said welcome to the blank app, and then it's running Supabase connection for us now. So we can see that it's thinking. So let's wait for that to add Supabase, and then we can add more things that let's say the next thing I want to ask it to do is add an awesome, what is it called, landing page. Okay, so this will add landing page to it, but let it finish Supabase connection, and then we can move on from there. So at the end of the day, you'll be able to have an access to just log in, upload picture, and then download picture. Okay, so you can see that I've not written any code. All what I've been doing is connecting this, connecting that. You may not be able to do it if you don't have idea of how it works, but then I feel with what we talk about here today, you should have a way of troubleshooting your things into that. It's taking too long for me. I'm not as patient as this, so I will have to refresh. So if everything goes, I will go through the process again. So tell it to add some landing page. That's everything. Okay, something is still loading. Okay, it said it now got an error. Okay, it has been able to add. We can see everything that has been done. It has been able to add Supabase and then try to integrate authentication. That's what are those things that is there. Let me zoom out. maybe everything will be looking good. Oh my god, ó ti tún pọ̀ jù. So I can actually reset this to normal browser default, but we cannot read it actually. Okay, let's wait for it to load and then we can see what we've built and then we can test it out. Try fix. So you can see there's an error along the line, and all what I have to click is just to click on try fix, and then to check the error message, like normal developer will do to check the error, and at the end of the day, from the error, you can say, oh, this is what is happening, and then from there, you can fix the error, and then you move on. So let it think. I don't know why their model is so slow today, but then it is what it is. Okay, we get something now. So this is what the system was able to come up with. So we can create an account. So I can put in my mail. Let me put an email that I can access. Let's see. What's this? I believe somebody should give me his email, gmail.com. That would be so difficult. So they said we should create what password. What should we call the password? This is not the email itself. This is sorry, what did you say? Then put in the email, most secured passwords in the world. Then we say create an account. It's creating. There's an error. I can just grab this particular error and then tell Supabase I'm unable to sign in. Tell Lovable that I'm unable to sign in. I'm unable to sign in. Or create account. Let's see. It will find what's wrong from sign in to login or sign up to login, all of those stuff. Then it will have to fix it itself, and at the end of the day, we'll be able to sign it. So let's wait for it to do the magic again. So most of these tools they use TypeScript, JavaScript behind the scene, and then at the end of the day, they get what you can just deploy and then give it to your customer to start using immediately. Does that make sense to us? So I think that's an overview I want to show us as a dev. Before we leave here, I will fix all the error. Everybody will be able to sign in to upload picture and then test the app out. But then that's an overview for people that are doing development using Supabase. So for general usage, oh my God, where's my slide? I lost my slide again. Well, people online cannot see my screen. I was only sharing this particular page. That's interesting. But then no problem. Um, Let me go back to my slide. I can find it without leaving the screen. So everybody can test that out. You can see that I did not pay a dime to start exploring those stuff. They all have a token, the amount of token you can use a day, amount of token you can use in a month, but then it's enough for you to use without paying a dime to use their platform. Okay, so stop sharing for a while, start sharing again, share entire screen this time, share entire screen. Uh, Somebody is online. Um, Thank you for joining us. We appreciate that. So I want to go back to my slide this time. Oh, plug it in. Okay, I'm showing my desktop. Okay, so that's the part I want to show us as a developer. So there are thousands of them. The first speaker or the other speaker have spoken about a lot of them. We have V0, we have Lovable, we have a lot of them. If you are using VS Code, you have GitHub Copilot you can integrate into your system that can make your work faster. And if you are using other IDE, you can access same thing. But then if you don't have any idea how programming work, how coding work, the best bet is to check out Lovable and its kind. Put in your prompt, they generate what you want, you deploy it, and then you share it with your customers. Okay, so for non-technical usage, I think the other speaker has spoken a lot about that. How you can use it to generate image, how you can use it to generate text for your advert or whatever thing that you want to do. I don't have to stress myself or wonder in that again. So let's talk about getting started in open source, and I will be using the next 5 to 10 minutes to get us started. So the best bet when you are getting started in open source is to know how GitHub work, because most of these open source projects are being hosted on GitHub. Okay, we all know what open source projects is all about, right? That's part of my first talk. That's what I talked about. So all those things I talked about, they have to put that code somewhere for you to access. Okay, for you to edit, for you to contribute to. So in that one of those places they use is what we refer to as GitHub. Okay, so if you if you are interested in getting started, you need to go and check out how GitHub work. So I will go to github.com. If you're a student, you can use it. You can create an account using your student email. They promise that there are over 200,000 packages for you can access for free as a student, ranging from paid courses, resources, and a lot of things that you can use for free. So this is my dashboard on GitHub. I will have to reset this guy. It's a little bit tiny for you. Don't worry. I'm used to big screen. Okay, it's coming up now. So if you create an account, you see something like this for yourself, and then you can be able to. So this is Expensify app. Expensify app is one of the projects I'm contributing to. So they have bounties for every issue they create. What we refer to as bounties are, oh, they pay you for contributing to that particular project. Although they will be the one to tell you that, oh, our customers are facing this problem from this app. Somebody will come and triage that particular problem. We all know what issue triaging means now. Okay, so somebody will triage that issue, and then when they find out that, oh, it's really a problem, it's really an issue in the app, then they will say, oh, we need a dev to solve it for us. And then if you are conversant with their platform, you can just pick it up for them and solve it. So they pay you immediately, you solve the problem, and they accept it from you. Cannot find my mouse again. Okay. So I will click on them. I'll be using them as an example. Click on Expensify. And then if you are new, you don't know anything, the way to triage issue is to come to this issue tab. Looking at this, there are 1001 issues in this particular project. So if I click on it, I will see a list of them. So we can see people coming to report the issue they have. Somebody said open report, API return empty last actor account ID. So they are like a payment platform that you can use to send money, send things and all. So somebody is facing this particular issue. So, and if you're somebody that know how this thing work, you have the basic knowledge, you can contribute to it. If you don't know that, you just want to triage this particular issue, what you need to do is to click on it and follow it step by step and reproduce this thing this person is saying. So the person said the action that the person was trying to achieve or trying to perform, rather, the action the person was trying to perform is that trying to log in as a user, and then you go to that platform, you try to log in as well. Okay, go to workspace, you go to the workspace, then you click on share, you follow the step, and then the person then said the expected result is that the left hand navigation should show Expensify user B email requested to join the workspace. That's the expectation. But then they got this particular instead. They got it's showing your user B requested joining the workspace. Okay, and then they added screenshots. So your own work is to just follow those steps, and then if it work like that, you come and report it that, oh, exactly what you said is true, what you said it's not true, and then you've started contributing to open source like that. That's the first step and the best way to get into it. So another thing is you can come to their you can come to this. You just have to come to the project, scroll down. Sorry if you cannot read it. Sorry about that. So this is a table of contents of everything that is in this particular repository, in this particular project. So you can read this and then you understand how things work. You'll be able to find a link to join their community. And when you join the community, you find mentor, you get people to discuss things with, and then you will be good at the end of the day. So that's issue triaging and finding an issue that you can work on when you are getting started as a non-technical person. And I feel the technical people too, they were able to get things out of this. So they have documentation as well. If you are good in English or you're good in writing, you can check it out and be like, oh, this is not straightforward enough. I want things that are more straightforward, and then create an issue or start contributing to it, make a PR, and then if it's good for them, they come accept it. And if it is an issue that is being attached to a bounty, you get paid after that. I mentioned Gumroad the other time. Gumroad just released in last week. Um, let's say GitHub. Maybe I can find it very easily. Okay, this one. So if I come to the issue tab, I don't know if you can see. Oh my God. See this particular one, email marketing improvements, 5K. If you can do it, if you can solve the problem for them, just check. The instructions are there on what the problem they are facing. So this is a step-by-step instruction of the problem. So if you have the knowledge, jump on it, and at the end of the day, they give you your 5K at the end of the day. And apart from that, there are other programs that you can look into. They put the unit there actually. So and apart from that, if you are student, so contribute documentation, writing, and all of those stuff. So whatever route you want to use to contribute, this is the same step you have to follow. So I have a talk on this, and the email I will be sending after this session will include link to some so that's that question on this at the moment. Has a lot of things to take in, right? Okay, number one. Okay, ask the question. I started. Passing down. Okay, let me go to Lovable and see what we have there. Okay, ask your question.
So I'm sorry, I'm not good at the level. I'm not good at tech guy. But most
Okay.
of people have worked with this tech stuff. So most of the times you want to like do a website and say, okay, please let me do this website. They say, 150, 180, 200, fine. So with this thing now, if I'm not mistaken, we are able to like build a website and it's working. So now,
Go ahead. Go ahead, I'm listening.
if someone say, for example, I don't learn this one, I don't know, like, I someone just walked in and say, so please help me with the website. And I come down here, just, and I charge maybe 200K in cash and sit down, change that. Now, the problem is, if there is a problem, or maybe an error of at the end of the day, how am I going to solve it? That's the first question. Secondly, is it that so authentic as the normal coded website? You get, this is AI, and maybe when we are talking about happiness and we're going to some kind of ethics. So I don't know whether that is going to have an effect on the website.
Okay, so to answer the second question, I want to click it up here. So the second question, is it the same thing as the code that normal person writes? Yes, with factuality score. We talked about fast checking the other time, right? So they don't show us their factual score, factuality score here, but then based on their factuality score, yes, you can have access to the code. You can link your GitHub, and every code will be pushed to every code that you write, every code that this system writes will be pushed to GitHub. But then coming back to your first question, that how do you manage the error that comes out of it? That's why you need to go and learn how to code. So, so when the error gets complicated, you may not be able to fix it. Somebody said he lost, I think, 16K or $44,000 when he used an AI to create a system, and then the AI system puts an environment variable somewhere. An environment variable is like secret, and nobody should know about your system. And then somebody exploits it, and then you can't waste money. And all of those things. So that's why you have to learn the basic knowledge of it, know how it works, and then you can just recognize it.
Yeah, because when I first learned about this year, I knew it's a man activity. So we do just activities. I created a website. If I, by the time my website just said that this is the who? And I, well, I just check it on Google. You need to do it.
Yeah,
My website, I
yeah,
just one I created.
okay.
If I type this on, you need to do it.
We have to try that. It depends on the platform that you use. It depends on the platform that you use. So if you use Lovely, we don't even have a single button that you have to click, deploy or publish, and then it will be available on the internet so that you can give people the link. So anything is deployed, you can access it from anywhere.
Okay. What that when you're done with it, you send it to
Exactly. So they always add a button. There's a button here that will tell us publish or deploy. Let me find where is this key. Oh my god, it's not. So this button here, there is one green button here. Ah, why is this one running away? Masalo. My god. Okay, so this particular button, you can simply so you click on it and then you get to publish this particular one, and then you have
when it has been said, we are going to copy the code.
yes, it's
Where are we going to copy that?
when you see this button beside the Supabase button, there is GitHub button. So that's where code are being saved. So if you connect your GitHub, your code will be automatically synced to GitHub. So the code will be on GitHub. You can go and check it, download it, give it to your developer, and get it. Okay.
This AI, you are using like you have data that you don't want others to have access to. Like, for example, I don't want to company, and you have data that that's the only maybe market stage over others. How do you circumvent and you cannot because there are specific data that cannot be that will make you create a particular system for your app, something like that. That's how do you circumvent that to actually maybe I don't know.
Yeah, okay, thank you so much for that question. So there are many ways of doing that. The first answer to the question is open source lab. So the same thing OpenAI model is doing. We have open source version of that. We have Olama, for instance. We have Llama saying that made their own open source. Open source in the sense that your company can get the code base, the whole model that has been trained, and then use it in-house without allowing it to go out there for anyone to use. So now when you now get the base model, you can now do a lot of things that we used to do on the model, be it fine tuning, bring your data, put it on top of the original the existing model, such that your data will be used to train the model to understand their own context, and then you can get your response based on your context. Do you get that? That's what they call fine tuning. And then we have another idea called drag, which is retrieval augmented reality. So that particular one is okay, you have your data, but then you don't want to put it on top of an LLM itself. What you want to do is that this data when somebody comes with prompts, we will check that data first and get relevant things that is something that is relevant to the prompt that user is bringing. Based on that relevancy, we now pass it into the model to get a better output. So people have moved on to say, okay, last week Google released A2A, a system that can help you build an agent on its own, such that you don't have to put your data on top of any LLM system, but then somebody is sitting in between this model and your data, and then your data is going to that particular agent. That agent is generating the relevant thing for your model, and then your model is getting a better understanding of that. So two answers here. Use open source, get it for yourself without putting it into the big company that we have. And I have a lecturer, he's currently in Canada studying for our PhD. He also reached out that our current work is on how they can prevent all those things happening, how they can increase privacy, user privacy, and all of those stuff, using ChatGPT and all those popular models like that. So people are working in those areas, day in, day out, to get things better. So, but for now that we don't have that strong model that can protect you, use open source and make it your own rather than leveraging on AI or other media out there. Does that answer your question?
Yeah. My next question is almost to insight. Based on creation of website development for like a company, let's assume schools now. And schools even make use of lobbying to create their website. Because on a note, as we have an expert in developing websites for school, they do have problem. And it means they now use knowledgeable this thing to create the application for school. When there is an arising issue for the school, how can that be solved? That is number one. And number two, let's now assume that many of us are aware of this knowledge, and one has instructed knowledge to create a website for him on a particular school. And another person now makes use of that same content that he should create. You know, it will be somehow it will be the same. How can that be prevented?
Okay. So thank you. The first part, the simple answer to the first part, okay, we use AI to create something, and it's great. What do we do? We go and create another one. So the best,
vital information of students.
yeah, the best way to go with that is that you can learn to code. So that's the yeah. That's why you cannot say a developer or a programmer being scared of AI. Oh, AI is coming to take your job. Somebody said, say I'm put your name $250,000 or $500,000 to say this. Somebody said that. But then if it's great, now I don't know if it's you come to me and I'll say it's 1 million naira or 200,000. But then the best thing that this thing has doing is to get you started very quickly. Get it started very quickly. So when at the early days of all this stuff, um, I work I work with some agency, and what they will do is okay, when they get the job, they want to show that customer that this is your problem, we can solve it for you. So what they need to do is just contact me, and what I will do is create a perfect prompt, give it to LLM, generate something like this, do screen record, send them the video, and then they'll be like, okay, it looks like what we want, and then we tell them that we will make a better thing like this. You get. So doing that, it make me to be, if I'm to go and sit down, start writing the code, it will take me 1 week, 2 weeks, or even a month before coming up with something. But with this, I'll be able to generate something on the fly, and then we get something. Same thing if you want to build a product for people to use, you can start from there. Time has gone, and then how many questions do I take more? You've asked the correct, we'll come back to you. Yeah.
Okay, so my question is on open source.
Okay.
Yeah. The question is, well, the fact that I don't know if I should put it in perception or like you say, maybe you should try and stop that misconception.
Tinubu.
Yeah, that's number one. I believe that is then another thing is okay. They basically like think it's louder than this developer. To be candid, it is very loud. Open source code is it's very loud and against the developers that they can work with like this. So I'm not thinking what happens to people that like product manager. How do they come? I remember you talking about document something. So how do those like the product manager tends to contribute to this part of the business? So that's yeah.
Okay. How? Let me start from the second question. How will a product manager, um, if I want to be sarcastic, I would say, what's the work of a project manager or product manager? Okay, but then what's you, what you guys do or your work is to make sure. So what you guys do is to make sure that okay, you are the I think the second layer of software development life cycle. You have to understand what we are building, and then you have to be after other people that will build it. Okay. So for me, I don't have to know what the problem we have to solve our customer. It's none of my business as a developer in the company. My work is to come and tell me that our user needs to log in. I'll find a way to bring the login page person and then go to the customer. Okay, our user needs to make payments on our platform. They buy something and create a way to make payments. That's my work. Okay, but then who is the person that will relate this thing to me? I will be getting my information from the product manager. I'll say yes, manager. He or she will be the one to work with the team to create necessary ticket that I need to check out every day to know that oh, this is what I need to work on today. This is the problem the company is facing, and all of those. So coming back to open source, almost every open source project has their own project management tool as well. Okay, so if you put it on Google, say Go for instance, Golang project manager, management platform, you'll be able to see how people open different tickets, how the issues people created are followed up, and then that is being done by project manager or product manager and ensure that okay, this way we need this is run, we need to run this one as attempt to it or come to it as early as possible such that people get to work on the necessary things as early as possible. That's for project management. So last time I was in Lagos, somebody came to me to ask me the same question. Person brought their laptop and was like, which project I can contribute to. I told the person, go to github.com/explore and put project management there. So you see a bunch of projects that are project management specific, and then you can get to use them. I'm working on a project, an AI system that you can connect your GitHub accounts to, and then it will help you find issues that you can solve based on your profile on GitHub. So, but that is not how it's yet. When that before that, go to GitHub/explore, put in project management or whatever thing you are doing, you get more relevant things in that field. I miss your first question, but I don't know. Maybe I've answered the both of the question.
So that involves that that is for experts. How do somebody that
Who
is
is an expert?
No,
So the truth is nobody.
somebody that can use open source, you can use
So nobody is actually an expert. An expert is somebody. I think last week I saw a quote like that. An expert is somebody that have tried something 1 million times, failed 99, 99.
okay, somebody that has not tried at all.
So the person will now try for the first time, will now try for another 99. So basic answer is that it's not for experts. There are um, beginner friendly stuff that you can start with. Some of those is triaging an issue that I explained the other time. I don't think anything is hard as following that step that somebody said and then reproducing it. I don't think something is hard like that. But then one thing that is in tech or in life in general is that when you find out that something is very hard, you are able to do the tiniest part of it, you get into it. Okay, say learning to code is very hard. If you build your first website, you'll be motivated to learn more. If you build your second website, you are becoming an expert. That's life. Same thing in open source. If you are able to do issue triaging, believe me or not, in the next 3 months, you'll be able to contribute code to that particular project. So somebody started, she just corrected, I think they wanted to write, this is in an, it's MDN that we use to manage web development. MDN, we do web, you know that particular platform. So she saw that they wanted to write this is, and they wrote the is, like THE is. So she just said, I would like to contribute to this, and she went to read their documentation, and then she changed this the article THE to article THIS. So and then they accepted, they onboarded her, and that's how she became part of the team. That one little contribution she did got her started in open source, and today she's earning a lot of money out of the ecosystem. The point I'm trying to say is that that little stuff that you are seeing, if you're able to get past that little stage, you break or you the barrier has been broken for you, and then you can enjoy your life doing things on your own. So that's my answer. I don't know, maybe that answer your question, and I'll be taking the last question from you. Have a question too? Oma, we are late. Go ahead.
Is it that why is it called this? Because you are not paid to use it. To use it. Is it why it is called a post?
No, and that's what I said in my first talk. The reason why it's being called open source is because the codes that run that software is being made available for everybody to see. That's just the reason, not the fact that it's open source.
There are some realities that you have to pay before you can use it. And there
Yes,
are some that you don't have to pay before you
like what?
can use
Don't worry.
it. Playground.
Playground, okay,
Yes. You don't use it.
okay. The okay, yeah, I get your point, man.
And there are some that they are not even good as playground. You have to pay for
I
it.
mean, I don't know about that, but then, yeah, you have a point.
And that's what I'm not asking. Is it because they are not good? Another the last question is quality assurance. What are you saying?
What can I say about quality assurance? An error occurred during registration. Okay, let me leave this. Okay, the first question um, is open source have to be that it should be free? And that's what I said in the first paragraph. No. The reason why it's being called an open source is because the code is being made available for everybody to access for transparency, flexibility, cost effectiveness, and all this stuff that I talked about. Okay, so when we now move on, we now have what is called free and open source project or free and open source software. So that one is telling you that, oh, you are free, oh, you can use us for free, and we are open source, and our project is code base is being made available for everybody to use. That's free and open source. And there are some free and not open source as well. There are projects out there that are free because you cannot see their code base. Okay, so the answer is no. There is difference between free and open source project and open source project. Open source project is an open source project because the code is made available to everybody to access and contribute. Okay, so second question. See, wait, that's one of the best career paths you can consider. Okay, so there are a lot of job overlaps there. I don't know what the future holds with AI. Every developer is now every developer that is thinking about the future is now thinking of reconsider farming, reconsider carpentry, and all of those stuff because everybody is thinking when the AGI comes, the system that can think on its own, take action on its own. So what's the point of me hiring somebody that cannot think on its own? That I have to tell that, oh, you have to do this before the person will know that this is what I have to do today. But then we don't know, maybe we live till then. That's why I will still tell you to go and learn to code, to build your own, and be part of the whole story. I think that's the last question, right? Hmm? You want to ask your question? All right. Thank you so much, everybody. Who has not gotten a T-shirt? Let me end this. Let me end online. Okay, people online. Yeah.
They are not synonymous. There is no between and gift.
I'm coming, man. Please. So people online, bye.